Hillary Clinton be unlucky in the state of Kentucky today? The former Secretary of State has written off Oregon as unwinnable ahead of today's primary in that state. Didn't even travel there since August of last year, but finds herself locked in a very tight battle with Bernie Sanders in the bluegrass state, which she won easily back in 2008 when she was going up against President Obama. But now even Clinton supporters are worried about her ability to connect with the voters. So it's time now to bring in Larry Sabato, the director at the Center for Politics at the University of Virginia. Good to see you, Larry.
Good to see you, too.
Thank you. All right, so get out the crystal ball, because if you look at the state of Kentucky, Hillary Clinton, for the last 2 weeks, she's gone there 3 times, 11 different campaign stops, spent a lot of money on TV and radio ads, dispatched her surrogates. Looks a lot different than past contests. Does this mean that she's really worried?
It means that she's hoping she can turn Kentucky around. She's hoping she can win a primary. Look, the fear among the Clinton campaign is clearly that they're going to go through the whole rest of the primary season, which for the Democrats is through mid-June, without Hillary Clinton winning much or anything. You mentioned the fact that Oregon is made to order for Bernie Sanders. It'll be a shock if he doesn't win handily there. Kentucky is close. It is winnable for her, but it isn't going to be easy, especially with the comments that she made about coal.
All right, let's take a look at some of the statistics, the hypothetical matchups. If you put Sanders up against Trump, it looks like, according to this, he can beat Trump 51.8% against Trump's 38.8%. But then let's look at Hillary Clinton against Trump, and it's 47% to Trump's 41%. So at what point, Larry, does the DNC say it's time to start paying attention to Bernie Sanders?
Well, they're not going to say that. I think they're pretty stacked in favor of Hillary Clinton and have been all along. And I do have to say, as far as these Bernie Sanders numbers are concerned, I'm not denying that there's appeal on the Democratic side and among some independents for his campaign. But, you know, he has not been vetted the way Hillary Clinton has. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are getting the ultimate vetting. I don't think that's happened to Bernie Sanders, and it wouldn't happen until he got the nomination. Most Republicans would love to have Bernie Sanders as the Democratic nominee.
Why do you say that?
Because I think there are so many vulnerabilities there in his voting record, which really hasn't been explored very much. And also the fact is he's a socialist. and while that may be popular among a certain segment in the Democratic Party, I don't think it's popular in the country as a whole. So
what does Hillary Clinton need to do going forward to keep the Bernie Sanders voter motivated and in her corner?
Well, number one, she has to survive the primary season. I think this has turned into a very painful period for her because she's winning so little. Number two, she's going to have to do something with the platform at the Democratic Convention and with the vice presidential nomination to please the Sanders backers. And it won't necessarily be easy. You saw what happened in Nevada over the weekend with the demonstrations by the Sanders people over just a few delegates. So this is going to be interesting, and the Democratic Convention could be disruptive, too.
Real quickly, does she lose both states tonight?
Well, she's going to lose Oregon. Kentucky, I think, is a coin flip.
Wow. So different than 2008, right?
Yeah, very much. She was winning all the late primaries
I know.
in 2008.
Do you think it's the coal mining comments maybe that are hurting her now?
Well, in Kentucky, that's part of it. And Kentucky is a pretty deeply conservative state now. It has become part of the Republican coalition.
Thanks so much, Larry. Great to see you this morning.
Thank you, Ainsley.